Welcome to Berlin. Great to have you here. It's quite cold, so please dress up warmly for tonight, for the premiere. The first question would be directed to Wick, Rob, and Taylor. 5 movies in 3 years and 3 months. So the journey sort of ends now. How does it feel, Wick?
I think it feels great. I mean, it's not one of those things where you feel, thank God it's over, but you just feel a sense of completion, and it's a nice feeling.
What about you, Rob and Taylor?
I think it's a really bittersweet feeling. It is. It's exciting, especially because we're so proud of these last 2 movies that we do just want to release them and have the world see them. But at the same time, it is a bummer because for me, it's been such a huge part of my life, and it was tough to say goodbye to.
That's why I hate going last.
Because there's nothing left to say.
Yeah, no. No, I mean, it was definitely a nice movie to end on. I mean, for doing an 8-month, what was it? We were in Baton Rouge for 8 months. To have Bill not go completely crazy with us and stay good-natured and good-humored about it. It was definitely a nice ending. And also, we got to shoot the one scene in the entire series, which was actually in a warm place, which we ended on, which was really nice. That's what the sequel is going to be. Belle and Edward in the Caribbean, and they have 6 more kids.
No. All the way in the back, the lady on the right-hand side.
Hello, welcome to Berlin. I'm Franzi from radio station Energy. So I'm very excited because we have the director from Dream Girls here. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
So my question is, have you caught them both maybe when they steal something from the set? One day, maybe makeup, or I don't know, some twos, or...
I have Michael Sheen's head at my house. Nobody knows about that, but I stole something. Did you steal anything?
Oh, I thought you were asking. Taylor was stealing makeup all the time. He goes back with his fake tanner.
Oh boy! Did you really steal something?
Yeah, well, they gave it to me, but yeah.
What did you? What?
Michael Sheen's head.
Oh, you actually have his
I
head?
have it. Yeah, I have it.
Oh, that's cool.
Killed him.
I don't have anything. No. I would like my dirt bike, but
That'd be good.
that would be cool, right? But no.
And the sex?
The sex, I mean, I had to put on, because it's a PG-13, I had to put on this male thong. I mean, and as soon as you put that thing on, you just get into it. You just go straight into character. I really felt really at home. And just kind of drove me a little bit crazy. And then Bill, I just said to Bill, just keep rolling. You got to capture every moment.
I'm not done yet.
Every moment.
So there are fans outside waiting for you at the Potsdamer Platz since yesterday, 10 o'clock at night. It's freezing cold. I mean, you kind of get used to this in the process of these movies, that your fans appreciate you so much, they love you so much. But how do you feel about it? And they're not teenagers, they're in their 20s.
So it gets more and more frightening every year. No, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it started off, I don't know why I'm just decided to take the initiative. It's like, I think when we did the first movie, no one, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, no one had any idea that it was even going to be even vaguely getting the reception that it got. I think at the 2008 Comic-Con in San Diego, it suddenly became apparent. But I mean, even then, it seemed like, maybe these are the only 6,000 fans of Twilight in the world, and maybe these ones are crazy, but it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And everyone reacts exactly the same. I noticed one thing, in Japan, the first time we went, everyone was very, very quiet, and it was kind of confusing, and it was the only country where no one was screaming. And now we go back there, and even the Japanese distributors are saying this is not even really how kind of fans of movies react. This is very, very strange in Japanese culture for people to be screaming. Oh really? It's exactly the same as the rest of the world. But it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, it was very strange to see, especially when you add the sort of oversized pregnant belly to it, because I think it was like twice the size of a normal pregnancy. I guess it was like having triplets or something. And Kristen's so tiny anyway, seeing that it is kind of a disturbing sight. And also the clothes that she was in, she was wearing these kind of like lank, like everything was just, she just constantly looked terrible. And it's kind of, it was kind of depressing coming into work every day. So.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a couple of movies coming out next year, and I don't know. I mean, just kind of, it's such a massive thing. I mean, to have a series like this come kind of out of nowhere in your career, and you end up at a certain level without the progression, I guess, to get there. It's a strange feeling. You feel like you kind of have to start your career again from a different place. So that's kind of exciting, and it involves like, quite a lot of thought and stuff. Yeah.
The lady over here on the left-hand side with the glasses.
Barbara from robertpattinsonfans.com.
I have a question for Wick.
From Robert
You
Pattinson.
finally to the bad guys, so that's great. We just saw the flashback from Edward hunting humans. So what was this to experience the dark side of Edward? And for your upcoming movie Cosmopolis, you even shoot a man. How was this to play shooting someone?
The part where I'm a vampire was actually really funny to shoot, but it was very strange as well, and also the way that Edward's kind of tactics when he's hunting bad guys, I guess, is very, very strange. I mean, I love that bit. It's like, I'm going to go to the cinema to sniff out some rapists. It's really odd. Like, it just shows how kind of strange a creature Edward is. But it was very fun though. I mean, kind of felt totally and utterly bizarre doing it like I was doing a different movie. But shooting someone's fun. I mean, like, it's something I've always wanted to do since I was a little boy. No, it was really, yeah, it's kind of, especially doing it with Cronenberg as well, because he kind of, you know it's gonna look terrible after. It's gonna look like the most horrible headshot you can possibly get. And not only they didn't let me have the blank in the gun, which I was really, really looking forward to, because we were shooting from point blank range, so it would have burnt the guy's face off. But it was quite fun. I'd never done it before. I shot a horse before in the head, but I didn't shoot a guy yet.
The lady in the first row.
Hi, my name is Ursula Bowden from KCU fans, and I have a question for Robert. Looking back at all the Twilight movies, how much did you yourself actually influence the way Edward is portrayed in the film?
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess once you're cast, you've influenced it in one way or another. But it's strange. I mean, I felt like each movie that went on, I did a movie pretty much in between every single installment, and I felt like I brought something from the last movie I did into the next Twilight. I mean, you learn things continuously in the. I don't know. I'm not sure how much I directly influenced it or how much I was just playing it how I read it. I mean, I think I was just playing it how I read it, really. Up until this one, where I felt like I actually made a concerted effort to sort of loosen him up a little bit. But, yeah.
Play a song for you from the soundtrack. Which one is your favorite?
Next question? Or?
No, I actually think I can take this. 1 second. Okay. It's 1,000 Years by Christina Perri. Is that it? I really like her. I think Christina Perri is really talented. So I'll go with that one.
Sorry.
And yeah.
I don't think there's a soundtrack.
No, there's one song. I mean, I've only seen the movie once, and I was very overwhelmed in the premiere. So I can't. There's one song which I did hear, which I can't remember which scene it's from. But there is one song which I really like, and I'll find out. I'll get back to you.
Robert, we're still eagerly waiting for the first record of your own songs. So what about your musical career, and what about doing a duet with Taylor on your first record?
Oof. I mean, Taylor not only is a beautiful singer, but also a phenomenal dancer. I just saw him. I would love to just do I don't know, maybe playing the bongos and some performance poetry with Taylor dancing.
There you go.
Maybe doing some clog dancing. Belly dance. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know. People hate actors who become musicians, almost universally. I mean, unless you're, I don't know, unless you're a very specific type of actor. I guess there are some who recently did it. But I don't know, I'm just too scared of criticism. I can barely take criticism in films, but with films you can blame it on myriad of other people. So with acting you can, I mean with music it's really just on you. And it's kind of scary. But I mean, maybe one day. I mean, I've recorded a ton of stuff, but I just haven't released it.
My question is to Rob. Kristen said in an interview that you are very good at comforting babies to sleep. So what was your experience to work with babies on set?
I really like working with babies. It's especially in Twilight movies, because you kind of playing vampires. I think all the Cullens had issues with the kind of, you're never doing anything. You're never tying a shoelace, you're never eating, you're never watching TV, you never do any human activity. You're just always just kind of in a room. And it makes it quite difficult to think of, how to naturalize things. As soon as you have a baby on set, that's your motivation. You can completely not think about anything else. And it really freed me up. Also, I just kind of like babies. I mean, they're just kind of cool. And the baby we had as well was a great actor. It was only 3 weeks old, and he was playing a girl too.
That's right.
Are you afraid about anything?
What? Home invasion. Terrified of home invasion. I was going to take that.
What are you guys afraid of? I'm actually curious.
I've always definitely been afraid of sharks. Always.
But that's so easy to avoid.
It is, but I'm so stupid I choose to go shark diving. I've done it multiple times now, but I don't know, I feel like it kind of...
terrified of sharks. I mean, it's supposed to be scary.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one, I guess. But I would literally be afraid to go in the ocean because of sharks.
It's going to be weird.
Bill?
Oh, tall buildings, balconies that I want to throw myself off of. Especially right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just kind of...
Rob's not afraid of anything.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of anything.
He can conquer the world.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rick, Rob, and Bill, and Taylor. Thank you.